Test. Hi guys, welcome to another Blender tutorial. Today I'm gonna show you how you can create some kind of logo animation using force field and particle system. Some interesting stuff. You can play around with this stuff, okay? If you are new, subscribe. 100 subscribers, let's go. So I am in Blender. I'm gonna select this cube by the left click, G, X, and move this aside because we're gonna need this cube. Shift A on the mesh, I'm gonna choose plane, scale by S and move the mouse a little bit, and we're gonna go to this particle system and click this plus. I'm gonna move this up, so select this plane, G, Z, and move this up. I'm gonna maybe increase the number on 10,000, why not? And as you can see, we have this kind of particle bullshit stuff. Yes, particles falling down from this plane, you get it. Now I'm gonna right here go to this tab and decrease the gravity, maybe something like this, and you can, like I said, play around with this stuff. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Now I'm gonna go to the render and of course change this to object and select my cube. And later I'm gonna play with the scale and with the randomness of these cubes, whatever. So basically this is the idea of the tutorial. Shift A and you can add text, okay? And I'm gonna move this text maybe a little bit up, G, Z, and up. And you can add some force field to this text. Right here, add force field on this tab. And we're gonna change this to harmonic or whatever it's called. And if I'm gonna zoom in, I'm gonna go with my camera. This basically has some kind of magnetic pull, if that makes sense. So if I'm gonna play, those cubes going to this point of this text, okay? Maybe I'm gonna move this up a little bit, so GZ, and move this. And as you can see, this has some kind of magnetic force, you get it. So basically we just change into the surface. And what this do, as you can see, this has some this gonna have, if we're gonna increase the strength, this gonna have some magnetic field on the surface, you get it. I'm gonna increase this. You can play around with this value, like I said, depends how far your text is. And as you can see, we have this kind of stupid animation using some stupid cubes and stupid text. Yes, everything is stupid. I am stupid too. So basically this is the idea of the tutorial. Play around with this stuff, this harmonic, and you can create some cool animation using text and whatever. Maybe I'm gonna go to my plane, and you can, like I said, I can decrease the scale of these cubes and maybe randomness change. And as you can see, we have this kind of stupid animation. Maybe I'm gonna increase this size of this a little bit, something like this. And basically what this do, we can hide this text and we're gonna have only cubes falling and create this text, you get it. So you can add materials, of course, to this cube. So select this cube, go to this materials tab, and maybe I'm gonna change the ammunition and change this to blue just to show you. And basically don't forget to bake your right here your particle stuff on the cache. And you can play around with this lifetime. If I'm gonna decrease the lifetime, we're gonna have different effects on this animation. As you can see, this is something like this, but maybe if I'm gonna decrease the lifetime, wait guys, and decrease the end frame, we're gonna have different animation, as you can see. So play around with this stuff, okay? you can play around with this and with the lifetime and you know, with the start frame, end frame. You get it. I think you get it. I trust you guys. You can come out with something cool. And if this is mess, just play around with this on the scale right here. Just decrease the scale, and this is not that big of the mess like it was. You get it. Okay, this is the harmonic force field. This have some kind of magnetic force, like, you know, those particles are pull to this text. Sorry for this. My microphone is kind of bullshit. And if I'm gonna maybe show you guys, I'm gonna maybe increase this and play around with this lifetime and with this end frame, something like this. And if I'm gonna hide, because you can hide this text, I can first bake your animation. Okay, first bake your animation, then hide your text on the rendering. Okay, maybe I'm gonna render some image just to show you. I'm gonna change the engine. This is very strange tutorial, but whatever. Right here, change on the performance, adjust the size of this squares right here, and I'm gonna bake the this stuff, but I wanna play around with this shit. Yeah, something like this. Maybe on the size I'm gonna increase this size, something like this. This looks good because you basically check if this text is cover of the on those cubes. Okay, because the text not gonna be like visible with those cubes. It's gonna be mess. So play around with these values like those cubes are cover on your text. You get it, basically the idea. Yes, I'm gonna maybe increase a little bit the size and roundness, something like this. And I'm gonna bake the stuff, and of course select this cube, this text, go to this tab right here and unselect the text. And if I'm gonna bake this, we're gonna have stupid cubes creating this text. You get it? Okay guys, maybe I'm gonna show you better right here. Okay, something like this. Boom. So you can play around with this stuff, like I said, and you can create something cool. Play around with this shit. Okay guys, I don't have time to search for the right values but you get it, the idea. Just, you know, check if your text is covered with this object, whatever you know, select in the render on this particle system, and play around with the strength, with the end frame, with the lifetime, and how far the animation, and you can adjust some stuff, and like I said, create some cool stuff with this, like you see. And you can create some camera movement to this or whatever. Okay, thank you for watching. See you on the next strange tutorial. That was fucking strange. Whatever, subscribe. 100 subscribers, let's go.